Hi friends, I watched WOH KAUN THI 1964 crime, mystery, investigation, thriller with a little bit of horror element as well in the movie. Directed by Raj Khosla, featuring Manoj Kumar and Sadhana ji. Come, let us talk about this movie. Friends, this is basically my revisit of the movie but not the first watch. WOH KAUN THI is considered to be the first movie in the trilogy, Raj Khosla Sadhana trilogy. Since WOH KAUN THI was a super hit, Raj Khosla thought, Sadhana is lucky for me, let me make two more movies, mystery thrillers itself, and complete the trilogy. So this was the 1964 movie. WOH KAUN THI was the first among those three movies which formed the trilogy, the famous Raj Khosla Sadhana trilogy in the later time. But probably when he made WOH KAUN THI, he did not have the idea of trilogy in his mind, Raj Khosla. Did you, sir? Coming to the other two movies, one movie was made in 1966, Mera Saya, yet another favorite movie of mine, and the third movie was 1967 movie, Anita. All movies featured Sadhana ji in the lead role. There is a question in the title itself, WOH KAUN THI, who was she? To begin with, Manoj Kumar, who is a doctor, meets a mysterious woman while driving in the rain. One rainy night he is driving into the jungles. He finds a woman there, that is Sadhana. He gives a lift to her. She asks him to drop at a particular location, and that location is the graveyard. Immediately she enters into the graveyard singing a song and disappears. So a lot of questions in the viewer's mind. At that particular time, friends, in 1964, how much intrigue it would have created in the minds of the people watching this first scene, first few minutes. Oh wow, Sadhana ji, such a beautiful looking ghost or a spirit, anybody would fall in love with her. Manoj Kumar also probably would have thought I fell in love with her until she disappeared in the graveyard. That was the first instance. Later in the movie, in yet another abandoned building, somebody gives him a call. Doctor, we have a patient, please come and you need to see her urgently. So he rushes with that guy into that abandoned building and sees, by the time he goes, that lady patient has died. And who was that? Sadhana ji. He comes back with the cops and enters the building again and finds that she's not there. She has vanished. She has disappeared, and all those who were there with her have disappeared. Again, question mark in his mind. And after a few days, he marries a girl. I wondered the screenplay here. How did a doctor, Manoj Kumar in this movie, did not see the girl before his marriage? What was he thinking? He marries that girl, brings her home on the night of his first day of wedding. He starts telling the story of the woman who was a ghost whom he met right at the beginning of the movie, and suddenly turns to see his wife, the face of his wife. She also is Sadhana. Again, a lot of questions in his mind, questions in the minds of the viewers as well. If you're watching for the first time, who was that woman, WOH KAUN THI, whom Manoj Kumar met right at the beginning of the movie and she entered into the graveyard and disappeared? And who was that woman whom he met second time in the abandoned building? And come on, the same woman comes into my life as my wife. Is she a ghost? Is she a human being? What is the mystery behind it? From here, the mysterious mind of Manoj Kumar starts operating. He distances his wife. He thinks that she's a trickster. She is a fraudster. She's appearing again and again in his life just to come into his life. So he couldn't connect those dots. Who was she? Who is she? And all those things. So here a small conflict, small rift develops between these two characters. Pity is this woman who is his wife right now, Sadhana, makes some paintings which is very familiar to him, sings a song which is very familiar to him, that Sadhana who had entered the graveyard was singing. He is totally confused. He is stuck in a jam in his brain. What exactly is happening with me, man? So the mystery slowly builds and builds. The WOH KAUN THI question was always there in his mind. Who was that woman whom I met? Who was that woman who died? Who is this woman? Are they the same? Are they different? And all those things. So the mystery continues. At the same time, his boss, who is a doctor, his daughter, who is also a doctor, has fallen in love with him. That is yet another angle. Ken Singh is the doctor and his daughter has fallen in love with him. That character is played by Parveen Chaudhary. And before meeting Sadhana, he was in love with yet another woman, that is Helen, who was eventually killed. Who killed her, he doesn't know. So all these questions are answered at the end of the movie, friends, when the mystery opens, when the dots are connected. We get a question to WOH KAUN THI. Manoj Kumar also gets the answer for that question, WOH KAUN THI. We as viewers also will get the answer for the question, WOH KAUN THI. So basically the movie goes in an interesting phase, developing a lot of curiosity, a lot of questions in our mind, and finally, with a blast, it cracks and everything is unveiled. A police officer narrates the story, connecting the dots, what exactly had happened, WOH KAUN THI, ye kaun hai, and what exactly happened in Manoj Kumar's life. So whether Sadhana was a ghost, was a human being, was a fraudster, what you will come to know at the end of the movie. What I love, friends, is the way the suspense has been carried. If you're watching for the first time, even now, that you'll get so many questions. Wow, they've made such a type of interesting and intriguing movie long back in 1964. Raj Khosla was a tremendous thinker. The screenplay is good, the progression of the movie is good, the climax is good, the revelation is good, and the suspense that they have maintained till the end of the movie is also good. But I was waiting for two songs. It's a good music album, but two songs stand very tall, friends, and they're evergreen blockbusters. Lag Ja Gale, what a melody by Lataji. Naina Barse, again a fantastic haunting melody by Lataji. These two songs will be evergreen blockbusters. Take for another 10 decades ahead from here, friends. Even that generation will fall in love with these two songs. K.H. Kapadia ji won the Best Filmfare Award as the best cinematographer for direction of photography. Such impactful. It was a black and white movie, friends, but the impact in that black and white itself that Kapadia ji has created with his camera was stunning. Stunning visuals he has given in the black and white movie itself. A big applause to him. The blacks and whites, the only two available colors, and the way he played with those colors, the mist, the color gradients, and also the darkness and the light, which contributed to the mystery and also the horror component of the movie. He almost had created a horror-like atmosphere in the movie. And hats off to Madan Mohanji also. What a music composition, what background score, and thanks Madan Mohanji for those two fantastic evergreen melodies. What composition! Raj Khosla, the captain of the ship, needs an applause. Brilliant direction. If we see that the movie was made in 1964, there are some illogical scenes if you are watching from 2025 perspective, friends, but I am not judging from a 2025 chair. I am watching this movie as an audience in 1964 itself. And last but not the least, coming to the cast ensemble, Manoj Kumar has given a brilliant performance. Superb performance. A vulnerable person who is trying to crack the mystery, who is going insane, but has to maintain the sanity of his mind to crack down the mystery, whether my wife is a fraudster or a ghost or a human being. Who was she? Who is she? Between these questions, he is jumbled. Sadhana ji, who will not fall in love with such a beautiful ghost? Such a brilliant performance. There are layers to her character, friends. I don't want to tell one thing which will be a spoiler about Sadhana ji. Brilliant performance. Support cast also was really good. Prem Chopra, K.N. Singh, Parveen Chaudhary, Helen, everyone have given good performances. Dhumal and Mohan Choti also. Overall, friends, it was a nostalgia for me to revisit and rewatch WOH Kaun Thi. I loved the movie once again. Since it is a revisit of a classic, no rating for WOH Kaun Thi. Just loads of love for this timeless mystery. Thanks for watching my video. If you loved my video, you can like, share and subscribe to my channel. I'll catch up with you all in my next video with yet another movie review. Until then, do take care. Goodbye. Namaste.